artificial defibrillator should we have any emergencies. Yeah. Oh, they couldn't hear? I don't know if I could do that again. Good evening, Mount Vernon. My name is Caitlin Gleason. I'm City Council President. For everybody in the room, if you could please turn off the sound of your cell phones. Anybody who needs to take a phone call, please remove yourself outside the room and close the door behind you. To the right, going out the door, there is a ladies' room straight ahead outside the exit to your left. The rear of the room, there is a staircase for an emergency exit. There's also the men's room. Outside the planning department door, there is an AED machine, which for those of you who do not know what that is, it's an artificial defibrillator. With that being said, tonight we will have speakers, but before we begin, we're going to have a presentation after we do the Pledge of Allegiance. Once the public speaking commences, you will have 3 minutes to speak and then 1 additional minute. With that being said, I would ask Councilman Boxell to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I almost missed that one. Right now, I am going to acknowledge Councilman Boxell for the presentation and proclamation.
Thank you, Madam President. This particular proclamation is dear to me. It's to a friend of mine and a friend of Mount Vernon. It's for Lawrence Alonzo Ross. The Ross family's here in attendance. Thank you for all coming. Welcome. So, Lawrence, as I said on Monday night, he was a imposing figure and statue. He was 6'4" and a strong guy, but he was a gentle giant, and he was a good friend to all of us and good friend to the community. And I tell a quick story. A lot of people don't know this, but I worked at during college, during the Mount Vernon School District as a substitute teacher, and he knows Davis Middle School was a challenging school, and my first day in there, I was ready to quit. And he had some motivational words for me at the end of my shift, and I was like, all right, I think I could do this. And that was just the type of person that he was, just to always reach out and help. So he was also a coach. He touched so many lives in the short time that we had him here. I mean, there's so many kids that went through his program that he touched and helped and went on to do great things. So it's only right that we honor our fallen hero, Alonzo Ross. So thank you for everyone for coming. I'm going to read just a segment. The City Council and the City of Mount Vernon joins a citizen and many friends and extends its deepest condolences to Lawrence's loving grandmother, Emma Rumpf, his daughters, Kiana Ross, Naiva Ross, his brother, Ronald Ross, his sister, Kiami Jenkins, and father, Rodney A. Ross, his fiancee, Megan Slater, and all his nephews, nieces, cousins, and colleagues and friends. So at this time, I'm going to ask the family to come up as I just hand you the proclamation, which every council member has joined in support and signed this. Here you go. Also, there's going to be a tree there. Well, already a tree planted at Brush Park. So we just got a plaque as well that recognize him. So that tree always will be a remembrance of the life and his impact at Brush Park, because that's fitting, because that's where he had coached all the baseball games for our young folks in Mount Vernon. I feel, did we get everyone? Is the whole family up here? Because we want to get this picture. All right. All right. So. Yeah. Get in this picture. Come on, get in the picture. You're gonna get a copy of it. Yeah. One. Did you want to say anything?
No.
You sure?
I-
Anybody wants to say? All right. So we're still gonna schedule the day when we're gonna actually put the plaque at Brush Park. So stay tuned. All right, thank you, guys. All right.
Thank you all so much. It's really important that we honor those that really give back to the community because 100% of the time, they're doing it out of the kindness of their heart. They're doing it out of a respect for the community. And this is just one example of honoring what's really great about Mount Vernon. And that's the family community. With that being said, we are going to get into our public comment session. The first person on the list is Molly Franco, and she is here in the room. Yes.
Hi, everyone.
Again, you have 3 minutes and 1 additional minute to wrap it up.
Sure. So my name is Molly Franco. I live at 40 East Sydney Avenue, and I'm the Community Engagement Coordinator for Putnam and Westchester counties with Power Against Tobacco. We're a New York State Department of Health Bureau of Tobacco Control grant-funded program, and we're housed out of the American Lung Association. We work on a range of issues such as youth activism, smoke-free movies and media, smoke-free multi-unit housing, tobacco-free work sites, and educating local governments on their ability to enact tobacco-free parks and municipal spaces laws and laws regulating the marketing and sale of tobacco products in the community. So I'm bringing this issue to you all today as both a resident and a public health advocate. As you know, commercial tobacco is an unreasonably dangerous product that addicts its users and causes premature death in up to half of those who use it as directed. In communities across New York State, we are seeing more and more smoke and vape shops open on top of the existing tobacco sellers like delis, convenience stores, gas stations, and grocery stores. According to last year's Department of Health data, there were 86 tobacco retailers in Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon holds at least 11% of Westchester's tobacco retailers, and I actually suspect that this number has increased since then because I know of a few shops that are not even on that list. Increased availability of tobacco products perpetuates social norms about tobacco use. It increases exposure to advertising, marketing, and promotions. It contributes to social and environmental inequities. The more tobacco you have in a community, the more tobacco waste you're going to be seeing. In addition to that, tobacco use is not, a one-size-fits-all thing. It usually happens to more vulnerable populations, those with mental illness, those with low socioeconomic status. So it's not an equal opportunity killer. It increases brand recognition and it encourages impulse purchases of tobacco products, cues cravings, and undermines quit attempts. So in essence, the number of tobacco shops or tobacco retailers you have in a community is going to be correlated with the number of people who are using the products. We've resigned ourselves to the inevitability that these stores are just going to open and there's nothing we can do except wait for them to sell to a minor or violate a fire code, and then the county can just get involved. But this is not the reality. Mount Vernon can actually limit the tobacco industry's control of community environments through evidence-based interventions across the state. Towns, cities, and even counties are enacting policies that limit the sales of flavored tobacco products and also reduce the density of retailers. Through policy action, the city can cap the number of retail licenses given if they were to go through a tobacco retail licensing policy. They can prohibit clustering of retailers in areas, so set a minimum distance between stores so you don't have many located on the same block. They can make it so that there's only a certain number of stores in a given zone or area if you were to enact a zoning policy. They can also prohibit the location. So if you don't want people selling tobacco products near youth sensitive areas like schools, community centers, churches, wherever you're going to have youth congregating. And you can also give the police department and fire department authority to inspect. I know for a fact that there are multiple tobacco retailers in the city that are selling flavored disposable tobacco products, despite them actually being banned back in 2020, and yet they're still on the shelves. Although this might be not be the number one concern to you or your constituents. I think it's vital to address this now until, waiting until it's maybe too late in a couple of years when there's 200 tobacco retailers and you're looking to enact a policy, but then you're stuck grandfathering in a bunch of tobacco retailers. So I just wanted to come here and offer my services. We offer free technical assistance, and I would love to in the future give a more lengthy presentation about, policy options that the city of Mount Vernon can consider in the future to protect the health and well-being of all of its residents. So thank you. And I'm going to hopefully leave my business card. And if you have any questions, you can feel free to email me.
Thank you so much, Ms. Franco. City Council, what I did not mention earlier, after the last speaker, we will comment. All right, so thank you so much. And thank you for already being a partner to the city of Mount Vernon. You were very instrumental in getting us the no smoking signs after we passed our legislation.
Yep.
Regarding us updating it. So thank
Anytime.
you so much.
Thank you.
Next on our list is Camille Gauchel. Is Camille online?
I don't see it coming online. Camille Gashal, are you online? No.
Okay, we'll get on to the next speaker, Mr. Thomas Bailey. Welcome, Mr. Bailey. Please state your name and your address, and if you could, again, 3 minutes to speak and then 1 additional minute to wrap up.
Yeah, hi, yeah, I'm Thomas Bailey. Good afternoon. We have a problem with cars, the speed through the block. And we want to get some speed bumps if we could on the street. That we calm the speeding down. So that's about it, I've been living there quite a while, I moved in 1983 and, or somebody get run over there, we got senior people that comes out in the street too, and cars come through there so fast, they don't have time to move, So we could, get speeding blocks, speeding bumps on the street.
Okay, is that all, Mr. Bailey?
Yes.
Thank you so much. We'll be commenting probably expeditiously because that is the end of our list. Ms. Camille Gauchel is not online?
No, you're not.
Okay, with that being said, I'm going to start with Councilman Box Hill.
Very good.
Thank you.
All right. Yes, Miss Franco. Yes, yeah, thank you for that. Tons of information, and I definitely I have tons of questions as well. So I would like to have maybe meet for a follow-up so I can really understand how this works. And yeah, it sounds like something that possibly can help our city. So thank you for that. Mr. Bailey, I live not too far from there, so I know exactly what you're talking about. And yeah, we definitely should look into that. So we definitely should follow up as well. That's all my comments for tonight. Thank you.
Councilman Thompson?
Good evening, everyone. First, I'd like to address Molly Franco. I do believe we have to do more when it concerns tobacco, because most of these shops don't respect our youth or our community. And we do have 16 public schools within Mount Vernon, plus 2 charter schools. So we have to do whatever we can to protect our youth. And I know for a fact they've been selling to some of our youth. So I've visited a couple of these stores, and there's more coming down the drain with that. So hopefully we'll get a lot of that resolved. Thomas Bailey, I know there are several areas in and throughout the city where people do speed. However, putting speed bumps in the streets is not the answer at the present time. I think we need to find a way to get safety police or some presence out in these areas where people can constantly offend these areas, because speed bumps, what they do is it prevents us, like in the wintertime when there's snow plows and there's cleanup and things of that nature, it makes it difficult for cleanup, as well as, God forbid, something happens to someone and an ambulance has to get across town in a hurry. Going over speed bumps is very difficult for these safety vehicles. So I do believe we have to figure out a way to get police presence more throughout the city, more police presence throughout the city. So we'll continue to work with you to see how we can get that done as well. But we just want everyone to be good neighbors and everyone to follow the rules of this city. So however we can collectively continue to work together, we'll get that done. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Councilwoman Brown?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming out. I wanted to, thanks for the two speakers. Ms. Franco, it just so happens that I have a draft legislation for business licenses for tobacco shops. And there's a lot of things that you mentioned that aren't in there. So I would love to collaborate and connect with you to make sure that we make it as robust as possible. But I think you're absolutely right, right? I think the concentration in Mount Vernon is a problem. I think that given our high incidences of respiratory diseases and issues, that's a problem. So we need to get in front of it, like you said, so that we don't have to grandfather those businesses in. And also some of the folks who are licensed to sell tobacco are also selling cannabis, right? Which is a major issue. So we do need to figure out an appropriate way, right? There's only one licensed shop in Mount Vernon. So we do need to figure out an appropriate way to enforce and have the proper legislation. So I would love if you could leave your business card so that we can just talk and collaborate and figure out how to make this as robust as possible. And any evidence or ideas that you have from other municipalities would be wonderful. Thank you. Mr. Bailey, thank you for coming out. The speed bumps. So there's typically a process that happens with the speed bumps. There's a traffic study. I know the city was moving away from speed bumps because of several things, right? They were damaging cars. They were creating noise issues for residents who lived on the block. So when the cars hit it, they'll smash it and it'll make a ton of noise, right? So I do think we need to figure out, but they are putting up speed bumps. I can say that, right? Because I used to say that they're not putting up speed bumps anymore, and then speed bumps will appear and I would look like I was telling a story, right? So what I will do is talk with our commissioner of Department of Public Works to see what we can do, what mechanisms we can do to slow down traffic. Perhaps, I don't want to throw out ideas because I don't know. So I can talk to you after. We can't do a back and forth right now. But if you can come to the mic and just tell me what cross streets, what are your intersections, that'd be helpful. Mount Vernon Avenue and Grove Street. Okay. Thank you very much. And we have our legislative assistant back there, Antoinette. She's in the corner at the table. If you can give her your contact information, when we follow up with Commissioner Bush, we can get back in touch with you and just give you an update on what could possibly be done there. Okay? Thank you.
Okay, with that being said, that is the end of our public comments. I would just like to say, Ms. Franco, thank you again. We appreciate you paying attention, actually, because I don't remember what month it was, but definitely last year when you had reached out to us regarding the signs. And then it took a little while for us to get the right department to get on it. So I'm appreciative. I know that you've been in touch with Deputy Commissioner Maldonado, and I believe the signs are already being posted. Yeah. So, also, Mr. Bailey, oh, I agree with you because I've been down that street many times. So I think there's a lot of things that we can temporarily do. And one of them will go to what Councilman Thompson said, is put a directed patrol in that area. So it could be somewhat of a deterrent. We do have some temporary speed bumps that have been laid down, but again, they're not, people tend to drive around them because they don't go from curb to curb. But On South Street, it might actually work temporarily, but like what Councilwoman Brown said, we'll be in touch with DPW and the police department to see what we could do, but please make sure you give your information to Antoinette so that we can you know, have a conversation via email or, you know, via telephone once we get the results from those departments. With that being said, we are going to move on to our referral session. Can you come to the microphone, please, Mr. Clark?
Mike Schlaw, 72 Southfield Road. Like I say, Ed's about the only one who's been communicating me somewhat.
That's his committee, so that's why.
Well, you know, it would be
communicating.
nice if some other people acknowledge the nightmare that we've been living through. You know, it makes no sense to send a building inspector by on a Thursday afternoon when
Mr.
nobody's.
Sklar, you're not
Okay,
actually, I'm
okay,
giving you the
okay, so this is
courtesy
the
to
story.
speak.
The story, okay, he said you were voting on a law, a new Airbnb law, which I wanted to see. And he said you voted on it Monday night?
No, we discussed it on Monday night.
Okay,
Tonight is the night that we would be voting on it. And it is, oh, we're not voting on it tonight. That was good. What? We're appointing ourselves lead agency tonight, so we're not voting on it tonight, but we have put together legislation.
and is it
It's
available?
online, isn't it online?
Yes.
Yeah.
All the information is online.
Oh, it is, it's online?
Yeah, it's on cmvmy.com.
Okay, because I keep sending to Mac, I want to see it. Okay,
You know what? If you speak to Antoinette, give her your email address, we'll have her email it to you tomorrow.
okay,
All
thank
right?
you.
Okay, with that being said, let's go to the tally sheet and, oh, actually, roll call. No, not yet. Sorry. Let's do LPW, Councilwoman Brown.
Thank you, Council President. I have item number one, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with Gallagher Bassett for third-party administrative services. That is on the agenda. I have item number two, an ordinance amending number two adopted by the City Council on June 26, entitled an ordinance authorizing the Department of Management Services to issue a request for proposals, RFP, for a support contract for the Dell XV Rail environment. That's on the agenda. Item number three, I have an ordinance authorizing the transfer of funds within the Department of Management Services budget. That is on the agenda. I have item number four, an ordinance retroactively approving the attendance of, Antoinette, do you mind stepping outside? I have an ordinance retroactively approving the attendance of Director Allen at the National Association of Black Journalists Convention from July 31st to August 4th, 2024. Councilman Box Hill put that on the agenda. I have item number five, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a memorandum of understanding, MOU, with Bloomberg Harvard City Leadership Initiative for the onboarding of a fellow for 2 years. Councilman Box Hill put that on the agenda. Item number six, I have an ordinance authorizing the sponsorship of the third annual Hispanic Heritage Month celebration to be sponsored by the Mayor's Office, Recreation Department, and Westchester Latinos Unidos. That is on the agenda. I have item number seven, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept funding from the Urban Renewal Agency for the Office of Neighborhood Safety and Engagement. That's $400,000 from the URA. That is on the agenda. I have item number eight, an ordinance authorizing the transfer of funds within the Office of the Mayor for the purchase of office furniture. That is on the agenda. I have item number nine, an ordinance authorizing a budget line transfer to cover the purchase of lactation pod for Mount Vernon City Hall. That is on the agenda. I have item number 10, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a payment contract with A+ Technologies and Security Solutions, Inc. for the installation of Avigilon cameras at DPW's main building on Canal Street and Marina. That is on the agenda. I have item number 11, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into payment contract agreement with A Plus Technology and Security Solutions, Inc. for the installation of interior and exterior Avigilon cameras at Memorial Field. That is on the agenda. I have item number 12, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a payment contract agreement with A Plus Technologies and Security Solutions, Inc. for the installation of Avigilon cameras at City Hall. That is on the agenda. Item number 13, an ordinance to establish a 2024 list of qualified minority and woman-owned business enterprise general contractors. That is on the agenda. I have an ordinance to approve engagement with Safety Clean Systems, Inc. for cleaning the oil water separator at the Department of Public Works facility. I believe that's on the agenda. Item number 15, an ordinance retroactively authorizing the use of Purdy's Park for a community outreach event organized by Con Edison Community Outreach Team. That is on the agenda. Have item number 16, an ordinance amending ordinance number 2 adopted by the city council on October 25th, 2023, entitled an ordinance authorizing the acquisition of smart cover technology for MS4 management and data collection. That is on the agenda. I have item number 17, an ordinance authorizing the co-sponsorship of Mount Vernon Seventh-day Adventist Health Fair to be held at Hartley Park on Saturday, August 24th, 2024, from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. That is on the agenda. I have item number 18, an ordinance retroactively authorizing the co-sponsorship of the Twilight Series by the Department of Recreation and Friends of Mount Vernon Recreation and Youth Programs, Inc. That is on the agenda. Item number 19, an ordinance authorizing the Mount Vernon Recreation Department to co-sponsor the MVP Fitness Court Challenge with MVP Care. That is on the agenda. Item number 20, an ordinance authorizing the Mount Vernon Recreation Department to co-sponsor the Big Block Party with Butterfly LLC, August 31st, 2024, from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. That is on the agenda. I have item number 21, an ordinance authorizing the renewal of the accounting consultancy with Cynthia Owens for the Board of Water Supply. That's on the agenda, but we also have Commissioner Sproul here, and I would like him to come up and speak to that, if you will allow it, Council President. I have item number 22, a Board of Water Supply, an ordinance authorizing a water rate increase effective January 1st, 2025. That is on the agenda. I have item number
23.
Thank you. 23, ordinance regulating business video cameras in the city of Mount Vernon, New York. That is on the agenda. I have number 24, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Mount Vernon acknowledging the City Council's appointment to the Mount Vernon Charter Revision Commission. That is on the agenda. I have item number 25, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Mount Vernon acknowledging the mayoral appointment to the Mount Vernon Charter Revision Commission. That's on the agenda. I do not believe I have any add-ons. So that will conclude my report, Council President.
Okay, before we have Commissioner Sproul come to the podium, does anybody on council have any questions for the prior 25 resolutions? Okay. Councilman Box Hill, you're okay?
Yes.
All right, Commissioner Sproul, would you mind coming up and speaking in regards to Resolution 21 and Resolution 22? Do we need it on 21 or just 20? On 21, okay. Just on 21, that's the ordinance authorizing the renewal of the accounting consultancy for the Board of Water Supply.
Greetings, everyone. Carlton Sproul, Commissioner, Mount Vernon Board of Water Supply. With respect, I am requesting that we are able to renew the contract for Mrs. Owens, who was employed for us as an employee for a temporary basis for 6 or 7 months. We were not allowed to hire in a permanent position. We were in the middle of audits. Civil service said we couldn't do it. So we brought her on as a contractor at the rate in which she was working at the time, because we did not want to break in continuity in the in the attempt to meet the deadlines for audit. We are almost totally in compliance with our audits, and she has been really key. We have one accountant in the actual office. She was brought in to help with that assistance, and it has really helped us to expedite what we need to do. Her contract ends in August, a week or two, and we were looking to extend her contract for another 2 years with the right to terminate it when she's complete. We may not need the 2 years, but wanted to increase that. We are presently heading into audit 2021, and is hoped to be in compliance through 2025 by no later by the end of 25. The audits, there was a lot of accounting confusion that was taking place at the time, but we've kind of worked through all of that. Technology is put in place, so the remaining audits should go relatively nicely. She is central to us being able to do this. She was making at $35 an hour, and we were requesting that we be able to hire her at $50 an hour for this particular period. That was the rate that she was working on when she was working with the Board of Water Supply. So she consented to stay at the $35 an hour because we did not want to break a further break. That gap was about maybe about 6 months before we could get her back to work. And so we did it at that rate. We think that this $50 rate is the proper rate. All of our consultants have been hired at that rate. Mr. Macklin, for his consultancy, was at that rate, and she's certainly worth it. So I hope that the board will consider that and give us an opportunity to bring her on so that we can finish.
Thank you, Commissioner. Do any of the council people have any questions? Councilman Boxill? Councilman Thompson? Councilwoman Brown? We're good? All right, thank you so much, Commissioner.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate your attendance. With that being said, we're gonna move on to Human Resources. Councilman Thompson.
Thank you, Madam President. I have item number 26 from Recreation Department. An ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a memorandum of understanding with Feed in Westchester. That's on the agenda. Item number 27 from the Youth Bureau. An ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with Smart Steps for the Mount Vernon Youth Bureau Safe Place. That's on the agenda. Item number 28 from the Youth Bureau. An ordinance authorizing the mayor to retroactively enter into an agreement with Break Bread Not Hearts for the Mount Vernon Youth Bureau Safe Place for Our Girls and Safe Haven Summer Programs. That's on the agenda. Item number 29 from the Youth Bureau, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to retroactively enter into an agreement with Inferno 365 Fitness for the Mount Vernon Youth Bureau Safe Place for Our Girls and Girls Embracing Maturing Programs from July 9th, 2024 to August 16th, 2024, and that will be on the agenda as well. I don't have any add-ons. That's all.
Do council have any questions regarding Human Resources? Okay, hearing none, we're gonna move on to Public Safety and Codes. Councilman Potteet, who is the chair of that committee, is not here this evening, so our co-chair, Councilwoman Brown, will be reading those off. Thank you.
Marathon 2.
30.
Item number 30, I have a Consumer Protection, July 2024 monthly report that is for information. Item number 31, I have an ordinance authorizing the transfer of funds for the purchase of a fire department command vehicle. That is on the agenda. I have an ordinance amending ordinance number 17 approved by the city council on September 14th, 2024, entitled an ordinance authorizing the fire department to purchase 2 command vehicles and payment of the equipment with ARPA funds. That is on the agenda. I have item number 33, an ordinance authorizing the use of city parking lot number 1 for a fundraiser car wash by Local 107 UFFA. That is on the agenda. I have item number 34, an ordinance establishing the temporary designated on-street. This doesn't read right, but designated parking at 30 Warren Place, accommodate holiday shopping, November 5th through December 31st, 2024. That's on the agenda. I have item number 35, a ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a 1-year agreement with Central Square for software licensing and maintenance. That is on the agenda. I have item number 36, an ordinance authorizing the transfer of funds between budget lines funded by the police department and the parking bureau. That is on the agenda. I have item number 37, an ordinance retroactively authorizing a 1-year leave of absence for a computer console operator, Deanna Algieri. That is on the agenda. I have item number 38, an ordinance authorizing the use of funds from the state of New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services, Law Enforcement Technology. It's a grant for the purchase of license plate reader cameras and related technology. That's on the agenda. I have item number 39, an ordinance authorizing the use of funds from the state of New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services, Law Enforcement Technology, grant for the construction of the Command Central Aware Room. That is on the agenda. I have item number 40, an ordinance authorizing the purchase of essential equipment from the Emergency Service Unit of the Department of Public Safety. That is on the agenda. I have item number 41, an ordinance authorizing the attendance of the Department of Public Safety members at the 2024 International Association of Chiefs of Police, from the conference. It's from October 18th, 2024 to October 22nd, 2024. That is on the agenda. Might take you up on that offer. Item number 42, an ordinance authorizing attendance of the Department of Public Safety members at the 2024 Division of Criminal Justice Services, DCJS Annual Public Safety Symposium from September 17th to September 20th, 24. That's on the agenda. Item number 43, an ordinance amending ordinance number 13 adopted by the City Council on July 10th and entitled an ordinance authorizing the transfer of funds between budget lines funded through the American Rescue Act. That is on the agenda. I'm gonna tag Councilman Thompson in.
Go ahead, Councilman Thompson.
Yes. Item number 44, Department of Public Safety, an ordinance authorizing the permanent closure of Roosevelt Square North to non-emergency vehicles and the erection of regulatory traffic signs. That's on the agenda. Item number 45, Department of Public Safety, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with Motorola Solutions, Inc. for the purchase of a citywide camera surveillance system. That's on the agenda. Item number 46, from Department of Public Safety, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with Electronic System Solutions. That's on the agenda. Item number 47, from City Council, a resolution of the City Council of Mount Vernon honoring and recognizing the retirement of firefighter Kevin Holt. That's on the agenda. Item number 48, from the City Council, a resolution of the City Council recognizing and honoring the retirement of firefighter Nathan Tilford. That's on the agenda. Item 49, Office of the City Clerk, an ordinance authorizing the amendment of Chapter 2237-35 A and B of the City Code of the City of Mount Vernon entitled Taxi Cab Fares to increase current fares. That's on the agenda. Item number 50, from the City Council, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Mount Vernon, New York, honoring and recognizing the service of Wakanda Celebration Incorporated. That's on the agenda. Item number 51 from the city clerk, city council. A resolution of the city council of the city of Mount Vernon designating itself as the lead agency for the proposed code amendments regarding short-term rental legislation, referring the amendments to the City Corporation Council, City Planning Board, and the Westchester County Planning Board, and scheduling a public hearing. That's on the agenda. There's one add-on, item number 59 from city clerk and city council. A resolution fixing the date for a public hearing regarding local law number okay. Establishing a local government code enforcement program, and that's also on the agenda. That's all.
Okay, does council have questions?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, we'll go with Councilwoman Brown first.
I'm confused why we are setting the date for the public hearing and the mayor holds the public hearings for these, for local laws. Why are we setting a date for a public hearing?
Can you please take the microphone, Clerk Council?
Is it because it's it's zone text amendment
Bless you.
or what is it?
My understanding is that we have to have a local law passed and the city council has to have a public hearing. And then after you have your public hearing and it's adopted, the mayor will also have a public hearing.
But is that for this type of local law? Because all of our local laws, we don't have a public hearing for. We typically adopt the mayor, it will go to the mayor would hold her public hearing. The only time we hold a public hearing is if it's like a zone text amendment that's required for us to refer it to the county, to your office and to planning.
Well, based on the information that I read today from NICOM, that this was a requirement. This is from the 2024 information. So my understanding is that in this instance, since it hasn't been on your desk for the required amount of time, the mayor can write a letter of necessity, right? That dispenses for the time for you to have it, the aging requirement, but it still does not negate the need for a public hearing prior to the adoption by the city council. And that's my reading of it.
Okay, can you share that with me? So
Sure.
in the Coon, would it say, typically when we have a strong mayor system and she holds a public hearing, those are separate than if she's actually on our board. If she was on our board, then we would hold the public hearing. It is
I don't know. I just went based on what I read today, that it did not dispense with the requirement to have a public hearing prior to the adoption by city council, and it did not make any distinctions.
If you could share that with me, that'd be
Yeah,
great.
yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Okay, Councilman Boxell, did you have a question? Okay, anybody else have any questions for public safety? I just want to make, nobody else? I just want to make, sure that the public understands for item number. Sorry. Give me. For, the purchase of the vehicle for the fire department. This is actually a layover from a vehicle that was ordered last year. So the funds transfer, what ended up happening is when the vehicle finally got to the car dealer, it was more expensive than what was approved earlier. So we did a funds transfer to cover that and the amendment. It's just an amendment. It's not the purchase of two new vehicles. With that being said, let's get on to finance and planning. Councilman Boxell.
All right, thank you. Come from the Office of the Controller, an ordinance authorizing the controller to write off unpaid property taxes and interest for certain properties with new homeowners. And that's on the agenda. 53 from the Controller's Office, an ordinance authorizing the request for proposal RFP for exploration and execution of alternative measures for the recovery of delinquent property taxes. And that's on the agenda. Also from the Controller, an ordinance number 54, an ordinance authorizing a partnership with Working Advantage Plum Benefits for employee discounts. That's on the agenda. Number 55, from the Department of Planning. An ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute a contract with Clearly Consulting for professional planning services for the Mount Vernon Comprehensive Plan. And that's on the agenda. Number 56, planning. Department of Planning and Ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute a contract with AKRF Inc. for progress for planning analysis services for the Mount Vernon Comprehensive Plan, and that's on the agenda. Department of Planning and Ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute a contract with Mid-Hudson Pattern for progress for planning analysis service for Mount Vernon Comprehensive Plan, and that's on the agenda as well. And lastly, we went through this already. That was the first item. It was number 58, a resolution of the city of Mount Vernon honoring the life and legacy of Lawrence A. Ross. And that is all that I have. Thank you.
Okay, are we ready for a roll call? Oh, does anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions? Okay, Madam Clerk, if we could do a roll call?
Okay, thank you, Council President. Councilman Boxell,
Present.
Councilman Brown. Here. Councilman Potteet,
Here.
Councilman Thompson,
Here.
Council President Gleason.
Here. All right, let's get into our final meeting agenda. Are you ready? Oh, ready. Oh, ready. Okay. With that being said, Councilwoman Brown. Okay.
All right, thank you, Council President. Item number 1, I have an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with Gallagher Bassett for third-party administrator services. So moved.
Second.
On the question. Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye. Here we go.
Item number 2.
Jinxed yourself.
I have an ordinance amending ordinance number 2 adopted by the city council on June 26, 2024. Entitled an ordinance authorizing the Department of Management Services to issue a request for proposals for a support contract for the Dell VX Rail environment. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
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 Thompson,
Aye.
Council President.
Aye.
I have an ordinance, item number 3, an ordinance authorizing the transfer of funds within the Department of Management Services budget. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Aye.
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 Oh, that's me again. I have item number 4, an ordinance retroactively approving the attendance of Director Allen at the National Association of Black Journalists Convention, July 31st through August 4th. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Abstention, and I'm abstaining because this is the first time that Director Allen has gone on a conference without approval, and I believe it won't again. So yeah, abstention.
Okay, thank you. Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
thank you. Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
I'm gonna say aye, and I think you know what our position on retroactive, but you have never put anything in, so I'm okay with approving this and hoping that the next time, if there's any deterrent, that you at least go to your committee chair, your committee chair, and express this so it could be explained to us and be added on, should it be a short period of time.
Thank you. So we have 4 yeas and 1 abstention.
Item number 5, and I have an ordinance authorizing the sponsorship of the 3rd Annual Hispanic Heritage Month celebration to be sponsored by the Mayor's Office, Recreation Department, and Westchester Latinos Unidos. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Item number 6, I have an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into an MOU with Bloomberg Harvard City Leadership Initiative for the onboarding of a fellow for 2 years. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Okay, Councilman Potteet?
Councilwoman Brown, the language you were looking for, was that added?
Johan added an additional agreement to supplement it. Yes.
Was it signed or?
The MOU was signed. This additional agreement needs to be signed by the fellow when they get here.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Abstention, and the reason I'm abstaining is because this MOU should have came to council, in my opinion, for approval before the mayor's signature.
Councilman Potteet.
Aye.
Thank you. Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Thank you. We have 4 ayes and 1 abstention.
Awesome. Item number 7, I have an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept funding from the Urban Renewal Agency for the Office of Neighborhood Safety and Engagement, $400,000 from URA. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Okay.
I have item number 8, an ordinance authorizing the transfer of funds within the office of the mayor for the purchase of office furniture. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Okay.
Item number 9, I have an ordinance authorizing a budget line transfer to cover the purchase of lactation pods for Mount Vernon City Hall. So moved.
Second.
On a question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Okay.
Aye. So I move to take items number 10, 11, and 12 as a block vote, as they all deal with cameras, just in different locations in the city. So moved.
All right, so we're gonna have
On the question? Anybody have a question regarding that? That's to make it a block vote,
For 10, 11, and
10,
12.
11, and 12.
okay.
Roll call.
Roll call and making this a block vote. Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
Item number 10, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a payment contract agreement with A Plus Technology and Security Solutions, Inc. for the installation of Avigilon cameras at DPW's main building, Canal Street and Marina. Item number 11, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a payment contract agreement with A Plus Technology and Security Solutions, Inc. for the installation of interior and exterior Avigilon cameras at Memorial Field. And item number 12, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a payment contract agreement with A Plus Technology and Security Solutions, Inc. for the installation of Avigilon cameras at City Hall. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Okay.
I have item number 13, an ordinance to establish a 2024 list of qualified minority and woman-owned business enterprises. Enterprise General Contractor. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Yes, please.
Um,
Councilman Potteet?
Thank you, Council President. Just want to say again, I'm very proud of Commissioner Bush and the council members that worked on getting this legislation passed. It's beyond time that in Mount Vernon, we are helping Black and brown businesses. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Potteet. Any other comments or questions? Any?
No, sorry.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Thank you. Councilman Boxell?
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown?
Aye.
Councilman Potteet?
Aye.
Councilman Thompson?
Aye.
Council President Gleason?
Aye.
Okay.
Good job, everybody.
Item number 14, I have an ordinance to approve engagement with with Safety Clean Systems for cleaning the oil water separator at the Department of Public Works facility. This is for the consent order compliance. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell?
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown?
Abstention, not clear that the procurement policy was followed here.
Councilman Potteet?
Aye.
Councilman Thompson?
Aye.
Council President Gleason?
Aye.
Okay, we have 4 ayes, 1 abstention.
Item number 15, I have an ordinance retroactively authorizing the use of Purdy's Park for for a community event organized by Con Edison Community Outreach Team. Happened on August 3rd, from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell?
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown?
Aye.
Councilman Potteet?
Aye.
Councilman Thompson?
Aye.
Council President Gleason?
Aye.
Thank you.
Item number 16, an ordinance amending ordinance number 2 adopted by the City Council on October 25th, 2023, entitled an ordinance authorizing the acquisition of smart cover technology for MS4 management and data collection. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell?
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown?
Aye.
Councilman Potteet?
Aye.
Councilman Thompson?
Aye.
Council President Gleason?
Aye.
Thank you.
Where am I?
17.
Item number 17, an ordinance authorizing the co-sponsorship of the Mount Vernon Seventh-day Adventist Health Fair to be held at Hartley Park on Saturday, August 24th, 2024, from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. So moved.
Is that a Saturday?
Yeah. 24th is a Saturday.
Okay.
Are you seconding it?
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell?
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown?
Aye.
Councilman Potteet?
Aye.
Councilman Thompson?
Aye.
Council President Gleason?
Aye.
Thank you.
18.
Thank you. I have an ordinance retroactively authorizing the co-sponsorship of the Twilight Series by the Department of Recreation and Friends of Mount Vernon Recreation and Youth Programs. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell?
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown?
No.
Councilman Potteet?
Aye.
Councilman Thompson?
Aye.
Council President Gleason?
Aye.
Okay, we have 4 ayes, 1 nay. The legislation still passes.
I have an ordinance number 19, authorizing the Mount Vernon Recreation Department to co-sponsor the MVP Fitness Court Challenge with MVP Healthcare. So move.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell?
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown?
Aye.
Councilman Potteet?
Aye.
Councilman Thompson?
Aye.
Council President Gleason?
Aye.
Thank you.
Item number 20, I have an ordinance authorizing the Mount Vernon Recreation Department to co-sponsor the Big Block Party with Butterfly LLC. Saturday, August 31st, from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. So move.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Okay,
I have ordinance number 21, an ordinance authorizing the renewal of the accounting consultancy with Cynthia Owens for the Board of Water Supply. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Thank you.
I have item number 22, an ordinance authorizing the water rate increase effective January 1st, 2025. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Thank you.
Item number 23, an ordinance regulating business video cameras in the city of Mount Vernon, New York. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Thank you.
Item number 24, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Mount Vernon acknowledging the City Council's appointment to the Mount Vernon Charter Review Commission. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Thank you.
Item number 25, I have a resolution of the City Council of the City of Mount Vernon acknowledging the mayoral appointment to the Mount Vernon Charter Review Commission. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Thank you.
Moving on, human resources. Oh, we don't have any add-ons, right? No. Human resources, Councilman Thompson.
Thank you, Madam President. Item number 26, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a memorandum of understanding with Feeding Westchester. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet, Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President.
Sorry.
No.
My vote is an abstention. I'm sorry.
Same?
Yes, I
Okay.
abstain.
Oh,
Oh, no, I was right. Aye.
Oh,
Aye.
okay, okay. All right, Councilwoman Brown is an aye for this, her vote. Okay, we're moving on to Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Thank you. We have 5 ayes.
Item number 27. An ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with Smart Steps for the Mount Vernon Youth Bureau Safe Place. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Thank you.
Item number 28, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to retroactively enter into an agreement with Break Bread Not Hearts for the Mount Vernon Youth Bureau Safe Place for Our Girls and Safe Haven Summer Program. So moved.
Second.
On the question? So I have a question. And I just want to bring it up again, regarding this particular resolution ordinance. What was the reason for it coming to us late?
That particular one was, the funds that they were waiting on. Well, let me just look at the book, make sure I'm not missing.
Director Deborah Burrell, Executive Director Deborah Burrell said that she was instructed that if it's too close to the date, that she should just move it to the next meeting. And that was a conversation we had about calling the committee chair to have it as an add-on as opposed to passing it on retroactively.
Okay, no problem. Okay, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Thank you.
I have item number 29, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to retroactively enter into an agreement with Inferno 365 Fitness for the Mount Vernon Youth Bureau Safe Place for Our Girls and Girls Embracing Maturing Programs from July 9th, 2024 to August 16th, 2024. So move.
Second.
On the question? On the question, I have the same question to ask again. Is this the same reason retroactively?
Yes.
Okay. All right, thank you. That helps me. Roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay, moving right along. Councilman Potteet, Public Safety and Codes.
Thank you, Council President Gleason. Item number 30, an ordinance authorizing the transfer of funds for the purchase of a fire department command vehicle. So moved.
Yep. Thank you.
On the question. Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Okay,
Item number 31, an ordinance amending ordinance number 17 approved by the City Council on September 14th, 2022, entitled an ordinance authorizing the fire department to purchase two command vehicles and payment of the equipment with ARPA funds. So moved.
Second.
On the question? On the question, again, I just want to add that this is an amendment to a resolution that was passed last year. And this particular vehicle finally came into the car dealer and it was slightly above what the original quote was. With that being said, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Item number 32, an ordinance authorizing the use of city parking lot number 1 for fundraising car wash by local 107 UFFA. So moved.
Second.
On the question?
On the question, just a comment, just to reiterate what we talked about on Monday, they did check in with PD. PD did say that this event would work. So
They approved it, you're saying?
they,
Oh, okay, cool. Got it.
With that being said, Clerk Walters, we double checked and make sure there was an insurance certificate, a part of the application?
So they're preparing the insurance certificate to
Okay.
provide us before the event.
Okay, no
Okay.
problem. All right, with that being said, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Thank you.
Item number 33 from the IDA, an ordinance establishing temporary designated on-street designated parking at 30 Warren Place to accommodate holiday shopping from November 5th to December 31st, 2024. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Was everybody's questions answered, Councilwoman Brown?
Mine work, Council President. Thank you.
Okay, everybody else? All right, hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Thank you.
Item number 34, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a one-year agreement with Central Square for software licensing and maintenance. So moved.
Second.
On the question?
On the question, just want to clarify, this legislation has been tortured. partly by me playing bad messenger, but just to be clear, PD will hold on to this software for about a year, maybe less. And then they'll be moving forward with Tyler Technologies as a new software pro. Just for the record.
Any other questions? Okay, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Thank you.
Item number 35 from Public Safety and Parking Bureau, an ordinance authorizing the transfer of funds between budget lines funded by the Police Department and the Parking Bureau. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Thank you.
Item number 36 from Public Safety, an ordinance retroactively authorizing a one-year leave of absence for computer console operator Deanna Algieri. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Thank you.
Item number 37 from Public Safety, and ordinance authorizing the use of funds from the state of New York, from the State of New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services Law Enforcement Technology Grant for the purchase of license plate reader cameras and related technology. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Thank you.
Is there an intermission here or no? You gotta just.
What?
The nerve. After I read through all of those.
Item number 38
My God, you're only like 10 in.
from Public Safety, and ordinance authorizing
To death.
authorizing the use of funds from the State of New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services Law Enforcement Technology Grant for the construction of a command central aware room. So moved.
Second.
On the question? I will say that I am actually very, very excited about this because this is a much needed added tool to the police department and to start this process of having an aware room will be a game changer for the city of Mount Vernon. Yonkers has it. Our police commissioner advocated for it and pushed really hard. And I just think this will be great for us. So with that being said, any other questions? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Absolutely.
Item number 39 from Public Safety, and ordinance authorizing the purchase of essential equipment for the emergency service unit of the Department of Public Safety. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Thank you.
Item number 40, and ordinance authorizing the attendance of Department of Public Safety members at the 2024 International Association of Chiefs of Police Conference from October 18th, 2024 to October 22nd, 2024. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Item number 42.
41.
Thank you. 41, Department of Public Safety, and ordinance authorizing attendance of Department of Public Safety members at the 2024 Division of Criminal Justice Services DCJS Annual Public Safety Symposium from September 17th to September 20th, 2024. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Thank you.
Item number 42, and ordinance amending ordinance number 13 adopted by the city council on July 10th, 2024, entitled an ordinance authorizing the transfer of funds between budget lines funded through the American Rescue Plan Act, ARPA. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Item number 43 from Public Safety, an ordinance authorizing the permanent closure of Roosevelt Square North to non-emergency vehicles and the erection of regulatory traffic signs. So moved.
On the question?
Just a quick comment. Thank you, Chief Olafars and Commissioner Gibson, for following through on this. I know this was difficult, but happy this is finally getting passed.
Hearing no other questions, roll call.
Councilman Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Thank you.
Item number 44 from Public Safety, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with Motorola Solutions, Inc. for the purchase of citywide camera surveillance system. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Thank you.
Item number 45, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with Electronic System Solutions, ESS, for the installation and maintenance of a citywide camera surveillance system. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Thank you.
I would like,
Councilman you was gonna do it? I'll let you handle it.
I
then.
appreciate it. I would like to take items 46, 47, and 49 as a block vote, since they're all honoring citizens here in Melbourne. So moved.
So moved. Thank you. Oh, second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
and Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Thank you.
Cool. Item number 46, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Mount Vernon, New York, honoring and recognizing the retirement of firefighter Kevin Holt. Item number 47, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Mount Vernon, honoring and recognizing the retirement of firefighter Nathaniel Tilford. And item number 49, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Mount Vernon, honoring and recognizing the service of Wakanda Celebration Incorporated. So moved.
Second.
On the question? I would just like to say for firefighter Holtz, who is also the president of our UFFA 107, and also Nate Tilford. They did very many years here in the city of Mount Vernon working for the fire department. I kept begging President Holt not to retire. But unfortunately, when we lost one of our firefighters, I realized that being a firefighter is a very difficult job. And it takes a toll on your body sometimes when you don't even know it. So I just want to wish them, good luck in their next endeavors. They will both really be missed because they were senior firefighters and they did great training with the younger firefighters. So I just wanted to honor them in this way. And if there's no other questions or comments. Okay, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Hi,
Thank you.
Item number 48, Office of the City Clerk and ordinance authorizing the amendment of chapter 237-35 A and B of the city code of the city of Mount Vernon entitled Taxi Cab Fares to Increase Current Rates. So moved.
A second.
on the question.
Did we ever get the comparative data
Yes.
to me? Oh, I didn't see it.
Okay.
Anybody else get it?
Any other questions? All right, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Abstention, I didn't get to see the data.
Councilman Potteet.
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
I actually did not see the data either, and I am abstaining.
Okay, so we have 3 ayes, 2 abstention. The legislation will go for a second vote.
Okay.
Last item, number 50, from City Council, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Mount Vernon designating itself as the lead agency for the proposed code amendments regarding short-term rental legislation, referring the amendments to the City Corporation Council, City Planning Board, and Westchester County Planning Board, and scheduling a public hearing. So moved.
Second.
On the question?
I have one quick question.
Go ahead.
In the interest of our citizens who are impacted by this, when do we think, just to go on the record, when do we think this will come back for a vote?
So what happens is, well, I'll let Corporation Council handle it. Okay, so the process with this is, once we pass this resolution, we designate ourselves as the lead agency. We then forward a copy to planning, to the boards, to the county. The county has about 30 days to give comments, then they would send it back. So it's a similar process to what we did with the solar panel legislation. And once they give comments, we either incorporate them, choose not to, whatever we decide, and then we will be able to pass that legislation. But obviously, if we make amendments to the current version that we have, it would have to sit on our desk for the appropriate time.
Got it. So we're looking at, if everything go, again, just for the citizens who are impacted by this, probably October, early October before this is potentially passed.
I wouldn't, pardon me. I wouldn't commit to that because like what Councilwoman Brown said, if there's any amendments made to this by any of the other agencies, it could extend it. And I'm not interested in giving this information to the public where they might come back and be extremely disappointed because we know of one resident it affects immediately. So with that being said, I don't want to commit to anything. Hopefully it'll be by the end of this year.
Yeah, good point.
No, I thought you just wanted almost like a date certain of what was gonna happen.
just
but
an
I went to Council-
Microphone.
City Council President's point also, right? You have to allow for the public discourse to happen, right? So you don't know, you have no clue when it could be. Because you may want to make amendments based on the feedback you get from the public.
Got it. Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Thank
Public safety and codes, you have an add-on?
Item number 58, a resolution fixing the date for a public hearing regarding local law of number to be determined of 2024 of the City of Mount Vernon, establishing a local government code enforcement program. So moved.
Second.
On the question,
So I'm almost certain that we shouldn't be setting this public hearing date, that this should be following the normal local law procedures. I mean, unless it's a zone code. And I don't have clarity on that, right? If it's a zone text amendment or not. But yeah, those are my comments.
microphone.
Based on the research that I did today, my understanding is that the local law is required prior to the adoption. And that's my recommendation that the board do, the city council does have a public hearing. I did read something about, there's a little difference in the law about what's required and how some of the case law fleshed out. But I'm always of the opinion, given especially the importance of this piece of legislation, that if we do an additional point, there's to give the public an opportunity to be heard for the sake of transparency. There's no harm. What is, if we don't do it procedurally correct and we miss a step, I think that would be, that would slow things down. So, whatever the council's pleasure is.
Who seconded it? Yeah, all right, so any other questions? Okay, I happen to agree with Councilwoman Brown based on what I'm reading here, and it really says chief executive officer or local government, right? It doesn't say, but I also see your point of, vote on this just to cover our bases, but if we could just pause for 5 minutes, I'd like for the rest of the council to read. And maybe take a 5-minute break. Okay, thank you. Oh, okay. I'll entertain a motion of executive session.
Would like to make a motion to go into executive session to talk about a legal matter around a local law. So moved.
Second.
Now it's so moved. On the question, anyone? Roll call?
Okay, Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet.
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Hi,
Okay, the time is 8:35 PM.
we can go into the committee room. All right. Huh? You want to sit here and do it? Okay, welcome back, Mount Vernon. We had a 5-minute pause.
Executive session.
Executive session. I'll make them, I will invite somebody.
I
to
move
bring us
to exit executive session.
On the question, hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Thank you. The time is 8:46 p.m.
So did we move this, correct? Yeah. So now we're on
Yes,
the,
a second,
we're on the
and
vote,
need the vote.
okay?
Now it's
Can I have a roll call, please, Clerk Walters?
Short, Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
and Potteet.
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Thank you.
Moving right along, we are on to finance and planning.
I think that's me. All right, number 51, Office of the Controller, an ordinance authorizing the controller to write off unpaid property taxes and interest for certain properties with new homeowners. So moved.
Second.
On the question. Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet, Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Thank you.
All right, number 52, Office of the Controller, an ordinance authorizing the request for proposals, RFP for exploration and execution of alternative measures for recovery of delinquent property taxes. So moved.
Second.
On the question.
On the question, just all the things that I said on Monday still stand, but if we do come to the point where the tax liens for the commercial properties are what we need, I do want to make sure that it wasn't held up by this process. So that's why I'll be voting affirmatively today.
Okay.
Any other questions? Again, I just wanted to state, I'm not looking to put anybody out of their home. Reverend Morton made a significant, argument in regards, to the communication. What did I say? Oh, Comptroller Morton, oops.
It's many hats.
Dr. Morton made a significant argument in favor of this going forward. It is exploring avenues regarding the tax liens, and it's regarding the non-communication between property owners. They've made several attempts. I still believe that the request for proposal will bring us possibly some alternative measures to be taken with some property owners. And that's one of the reasons I'll be voting for it, because we're exploring different avenues that we could possibly bring in some delinquent taxes. And it's, like I said, it's a significant amount of money. And sometimes we have to make decisions that might not be popular, but we also have to look at supporting our residents and replenishing what we have not gotten in the last few years. So,
If I may on the question.
sure, go ahead.
Yes, just want to urge our homeowners here in Mount Vernon who may be behind on their taxes. When you receive notifications, just don't ignore their notifications.
Right.
Whether you can pay or not, it would behoove you to make your way into the comptroller's office and see what kind of payment plan you can go into to make sure that you can save your home. Because our ultimate goal is to make sure that every homeowner who wants to stay in their home can stay in their home. But when you ignore notices and you don't do due diligence on your part, you put yourself in harm's way. So just ignoring things does not make it go away. Make sure you make your way to the comptroller's office and see what kind of agreement you can set up to make sure that you save the home that you love. That's all.
Any other comments?
Yeah, so, sorry.
No, go ahead. I had no.
So I had a constituent say to me, it's not right. It's sort of the sentiment that Councilman Potteet had. It's not right that the people who aren't paying get to stay in. And in no way am I advocating that people who don't pay property taxes should stay in their properties. What I'm trying to convey is we need to do all that we can as a city to keep Mount Vernon residents in Mount Vernon homes. So as much as we can do for folks who aren't paying property tax, if they need to leave, right? Because as a city, we need to enforce, we have bills, et cetera, that we find a system that can get more of our residents who are renting, who would like to be homeowners, into those homes. So that's what I was trying to convey on Monday.
Council President?
Go ahead.
I just want to piggyback off what Councilmember Brown said. We did some work in regards to trying to find alternatives to a tax lien sale. We had Commissioner Rouse here who had volunteered to work with us in that effort. This is going to be an effort, Councilmember Boxell, I would humbly ask if we could stay on top of Commissioner Rouse to look at things like a community land trust or some other way to deal with 1 to 4 family homeowners that isn't just the sale of their tax lien. There's options out there, but someone has to do the work. And maybe planning can help us in that effort to figure out what another avenue is.
Thank you.
No further questions?
No, I just wanted to second, Derek, Councilman Thompson's point. Please don't ignore it. It's just very important. I think Controller Martin is doing a spectacular job working with homeowners. But if you don't respond, there's probably nothing that we can do. So. All right, number 53, Office of the Controller, an ordinance authorizing a part. Oh, I'm sorry. Forgive me.
So eager.
Sheesh, it's late. I haven't had dinner.
Roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Thank you.
May I? Thank you. All right, 53, an ordinance authorizing a partnership with Working Advantage Plum Benefits for employee discounts. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Thank you.
All right.
Moving on.
Department of Planning, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute a contract with Cleary Consulting for professional planning services for the Mount Vernon Comprehensive Plan. So moved.
Second.
On the question. Councilwoman Brown, do you have a question?
No, I do not.
Okay. Anyone else? All right, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
No.
What did you say?
he said nay. Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Okay, we have 4 ayes and 1 nay. The legislation still passes.
All right. Number 55, Department of Planning, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute a contract with AKRF Inc. for progress for planning analysis services for the Mount Vernon Comprehensive Plan. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Okay,
Moving on.
All right, 56, Department of Planning, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute a contract for Mid-Hudson Pattern for Progress Planning Analysis Services for the Mount Vernon Comprehensive Plan. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet.
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Thank you.
All right, lastly, Office of the City Clerk, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Mount Vernon, New York, honoring the life and legacy of Lawrence A. Ross. So moved.
Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet.
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye,
Thank you.
is that the completion of our,
That concludes the agenda items for tonight, Madam President.
that's it, okay. So, I invite our council. Anybody have any comments or proclamations? Okay. We have Councilwoman Brown first, because she never usually has anything.
You know, turning over a new leaf. I actually wanted to just put everybody on notice, right? So I spoke to the mayor about it, and I think it's important that the whole council realizes my concern around ARPA. So this year is the last year for us to obligate the ARPA funds. We need to do so by December 31st. And obligation means like essentially being in contract. And some of these things require an RFP. And we know how long RFPs and things of that nature can take in the city. So I'm sounding the alarm. If you know of RFPs that should be out, please, let's make sure we get a push. I would hate that we get to the end of this year and that we have to return ARPA funds. ARPA funds have been instrumental in a lot of projects that we've had. So I want to make sure that we use every single penny. Maybe we could give back a penny, but we use as much of the money as possible without having to return it. So that's all I want to say. Thank you.
Any other council member? I think Latif had, want to go to Ed first? Derek first?
Also, this Saturday, you can see, Danielle Brown along with a couple of other elected officials, in a basketball game, the GOAT Classics. They talked me into going, so I'm gonna let you know this. All right, basketball is not my field. Now, I know y'all see somebody that's 6'6". I ran track and field. And I was a swimmer. Now Caitlin's 5'3" and she's a basketball player. That was not my calling, all right?
Yeah, I
So,
wasn't invited. to
I'm gonna
this.
go out here and embarrass myself for the cause. But that is not.
Wait, are you playing?
They talked me into playing, so I'm gonna go and play. But I'm taking one for the team. Now, if y'all want to meet me and race me on the track or swimming, then y'all know y'all gonna lose hands down. So right. Ride on one of this. I'm letting them rock out. No, let me stop. But that's Saturday at 2:30. Give them a date.
It's this Saturday at 2:30, St. Mary's Park in the Bronx.
All right. So y'all can see Danielle Brown embarrass herself along with me. She hasn't made a shot since 1932.
EMS bus out there.
Moving on, Councilman Potteet.
Thank you, Council President. So I was late today because I was at a fundraiser for the Harris Waltz campaign in Northern Manhattan. So I would humbly ask everyone listening to this, just because you're in New York State, it doesn't mean that you cannot volunteer for the campaign. Way back when in 2008, I was in Bucks County in PA knocking on doors for Obama. And it makes a big difference. You can go out to PA, which is the closest battleground state, and volunteer and knock on doors. You can pick up your phone and do phone banking for the Harris Waltz campaign too, if you choose to vote. Or the candidate of your choice, although it should be Harrison Waltz. So please don't forget, we do have a presidential election coming up, and get active and let's fight. Thank you.
I'm gonna rephrase that. Please exercise your right to vote, no matter who your candidate is. Clerk Walters.
Thank you, Madam President. And speaking of exercising your right to vote, I'd like to remind all our residents that we are having on-site voter registration September 28th and again on October 5th is Saturday, September 28th, and again on Saturday, October 5, from 12 noon to 9 p.m. here at City Hall. So if you are not yet a registered voter, please come to City Hall on those two Saturdays. Again, Saturday, September 28th, and again on October 5 from 12 noon till 9 p.m. at night. So you have a good amount of time to come out. If you're working during the daytime and you cannot make it, I'm sure you could make it before 9 p.m. to register to vote. And I'll remind you until we get to that date. Okay,
What is that date again? The last day to register to vote?
to
The
register.
very last day that, whether they do it here or elsewhere.
I don't remember at this moment. I can
Okay.
let you know, but it's on our website.
Well, you know what? Let's make sure we put it in our newsletter,
Okay.
in
will
your
do.
clerk's
Yes,
corner.
yes, absolutely. That's
Okay.
what I will be speaking about.
That's a great
Okay.
idea. All right, anybody else? All right, I'm officially offended that I wasn't invited to this basketball classic and a non-athlete is gonna be playing, but I'll be there. I'm gonna be there to support. I'll be there to support. With that being said, good night, Mount Vernon. Thank you so much for attending. What are we gonna? Yeah, I want to get out of this meeting. Roll call, please.
No, move to adjourn.
Senator Bailey, I'm coming for you.
Oh, my. I move to adjourn this meeting, Council President.
Roll call.
Councilman Fox.
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown.
Aye.
Councilman Potteet.
Aye.
Councilman Thompson.
Aye.
Council President Gleason.
Aye.
Thank you. The time is 9:02 p.m. Meeting is adjourned.
I would probably die in that game anyway, so.